What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sweaty Potato Meyer RC channel. And today, guys, the day has finally come. And what we got sitting here is the Taylor 35 I ordered. So I know there's 1,000 unboxing videos out there probably on it, but I'm gonna do my own. So we're gonna take a look at this baby, and I'm gonna go ahead and go through again all my parts. I know I did them the last video when I was doing the Taylor 35 manual, but I want to, I had the camera zoomed in so much for the computer screen, so I wanted to give everybody a better look, so to speak, at all the parts that I have going on and everything. And again, I'm going to link, well, I'm not going to link that one video, but I will link the build, all the parts that that's necessary to do it. And like I said, a lot of these the Taylor parts don't have necessarily part numbers. You just, it's just, you can share a link to the part number, but it gets kind of, I don't know, kind of gets to be a pain in the ass, copying and pasting all those links on the description. So, but anyways, I'll do my best and I'll make sure everything's up there, and we'll go ahead and I'll get you down here and closer here, and we'll get a better look at this thing, and we'll go ahead and start doing some unboxing. So, all right, there we go. Taylor RC Performance Redefined. There we go. The 35cc. And get this box out of the way. And I'm going to be keeping my box, that's for sure. This is some of the nicest packaging I've ever seen. There we go. Some more Detroit Performance stuff. Set them off to the side here. There we go. Oh man, guys, this is a work of art. This is beautiful. This is freaking beautiful. That is nice. It's got the Taylor RC 35cc. Awesome. That is nice. Here, it's still cold from being on the delivery truck, so don't mind my fingerprints, but let me see if you can see in there the intake. And it says, I don't know if you guys can see that, Taylor RC under there. And the billet, the quality on this stuff is just amazing. And then we can see that exhaust port in there. So it's just a beautiful piece of work of art. Just beautiful. So, and then, like I said, I do have a Killswitch and all that stuff coming for it. So there it is, guys. Taylor RC 35. Let's take a look at that. Oh, there we go. Here, let me get the spark plug out of the way. Yeah, I can't do that, but anyways, 35cc on the head. That is a beautiful head. It's like it's flaming. I think that's awesome. That is so beautiful, guys. Awesome. I can't wait to get it in a machine, get it ran in on a rich, fat tune, and get to ripping with this. Get to riding wheelies and all that good stuff. Throwing roosters. We'll see what this baby's about. Awesome, guys. So I thought what we could probably go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and start putting some of this stuff on. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, one thing I forgot to go over, and I think it's really important, is this is the carburetor. I forgot to mention that with all the excitement of the engine, but it is the WT 990 full mod. So my camera's playing tricks on me, but probably because I'm not holding it still. But we'll go ahead and open the box and see what's in it. So here's our isolator and gasket. Yep, there's 2 gaskets in there. So, and then we got the rooster tail. Full mod. $9.90. So that's what we got going on there. And then that mates up with this stack, and I gotta get the correct length bolts for the carburetor and the velocity stack and the isolator. So I wanted to go over that, and then yeah, then now we'll be right back, and we'll start putting things on this baby, and heck, we might even get into putting it in a machine. So we'll be right back. All right, guys. Now, before we start putting the the air filter and carburetor on it and all that stuff, velocity stack, I wanted to go over the parts that I had for it. And then the first up is the Killswitch. It's the Rovan 630-35 Killswitch. These are just cheap. They're just a basic Killswitch. They just do their job is what they do. And then I have the Taylor RC 54mm fan clutch plate. So I wanted to go over that again. So there's a little better picture of it. And next we go over the center steel clutch. I don't know. That might be an 8,500 RPM clutch. I have no idea. I tried to look last night and figure out what it was and try to, you know, figure it out, but I couldn't do it. So I know the one with the black spring is 10K. So, but I don't know what this one is. So it'll be good to have though. So that's what's gonna go on it. If I don't like it, I'll go with a 10K for a more crisper launch. So. And put that back up here. Almost forgot what I was doing. And then we got the Taylor RC carrier. That's what I'm going to be using for the carrier. Nice billet, oversized bearings to fit this nice Blackbone clutch bell. It's all vented, 54, and this is all 54mm, and you have to specify that when you're ordering this stuff. I think you have to do that before you can even put it in your cart. So, but huge shout out to John at Detroit Performance for hooking me up with all this stuff. And then let me get this thing down. This is I also got this, this is the small bore side pipe. I'm just gonna call it that because I can never remember what the CC and up it is. I think it's 34 and up Zenoa side pipe for Baja. So I think that's what it is. So don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So that's all the stuff I'm pretty sure that I got for the machine, besides just the rolling donor chassis. So put that back up there. And we'll set this back up here. And then we will go ahead and start assembling this baby. So what I did, I went in, I measured out the bolts and figured out what sizes I need. So let me see, I'll just measure them with a old-fashioned tape measure. The bolts are 5 centimeters long. Yeah, about 5.55, something like that. So yeah, let me see. Yeah, 5 centimeters, including the washers. So that's what bolts I picked out, and they seem to look like they're going to work really good. So we'll find out, of course. So the first thing we're going to need is our velocity stack, and we'll put our bolts in the velocity stack. And the next thing we need is our gasket. So now we'll put our gasket on the back of the velocity stack. Okay. Now we'll grab our carburetor. And stick that through so everything's lining up. Yeah, that gasket could almost be dremelled out a little bit. If you can see in there, it doesn't, you can see the gasket around it. I don't know if you guys can see that, probably not, but let me see if I can get it. But the gasket doesn't quite fit the ventry all the way, so the gasket could use a little bit of grinding. I might even do that before I put it together. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Actually, I might have another gasket up here on the wall somewhere that fits it better. If I can find them. Let's try this. This gasket might be a little better. I think it's gonna fit a little better myself. Oh yeah, fits a lot better. See, the glories of having, you know, a bunch of spare parts laying around. You never know when you're gonna need them. So, and this gasket, it's still a good gasket. That's why I saved it. So now we can put the carb on, and I'm going to show you guys the difference, because now you can just see all the velocity stack and the carburetor. You don't see any gasket. See the difference? There's no gasket in there. You can't see any of the gasket. So that's the difference on that. I'm glad I caught that. So that's one thing to look out for, guys. And let's get our isolator. And then I want to make sure this stuff, I'm pretty sure this stuff will all line up with the backside, I would think. So first we need a gasket. Then we need the isolator. Yeah, and that lines up perfect, that gasket does, with that side. It's just because the velocity stack, the venturi, is a little bit wider. So that's why I didn't like it. So there we go. There's our setup. And I'm not going to use Loctite on this. Okay. Okay. All right. So we got the carb on. Closer look at it. Look at that glory hole. Woohoo! Yeah. That is nice looking. There's a side view of the carburetor. You can see the isolator in the middle. You can see how it's set up. And then I did not, of course, like I said, I pulled these off of another engine I had that was pretty much brand new. So an old 30.5 I had. So that's what works. 5 millimeter, or no, not 5 millimeter, 5 centimeter bolts for it. So there we go. And now we can go ahead and stick on our air filter. Yep. So oh, that's stretched out a little bit. Whoops. All right. Well, we can do this then. I got a clean, nice clean one up here. Well, it doesn't look exactly clean, but it's clean. Whoop. It just, I'm gonna re-oil. I know this filter's oil, but I'm gonna re-oil everything before I actually start batching. And this might not even actually work. Who knows? All right, so that's what that looks like, guys. All right, guys, next up we have the clutch connector. And I looked up the specs on the Taylor site, and it says 12 Newton meters, which converts over to 115 inch-pounds. And then I have written up on my RC car shop wall 80, I think it's 80 or 85 inch-pounds. But I'm gonna go with the Taylor spec. I can't remember if this is the same kind of type of bolt that was on the 40, but I know this spec works for the 40. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that spec, and I am going ahead and I'm going to use my new Loctite in a stick I got from my awesome neighbor. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do that. Do that little trick with the boy, that baby's on there. There we go, with the masonry rope. So I have my piston down a little bit, Yeah, it's down a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and have it down a little bit. And then this is the braided masonry line is what I use. And all I'll do is, and this is, in fact, the last time I used it, I put it down the GT40's spark plug hole, and you just keep feeding it in here until you get all of it in. That you can possibly get in. Okay, so we got some in there. Okay, I think we might have enough in there to make it stop. So get out the torque wrench. Mine happens to be a snap-on because I used to be a full-time professional master diesel technician. So now we're gonna go up to 115. It's hard to see. Okay, so there's 110. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, oops, forgot about that. I gotta have an adapter. Okay, so. There we go. She's all torqued down. And what we can go ahead and do is we can go ahead and install our clutch and everything on it. Why we got the cylinder stopped. So I'll be right back. Let me find out. I'll be right back. All right, so got the clutch out and it's got the rotation. The engine spins this way as it sits. So this is the way you want it. You want this, the arrows out. And then the clutch bolt torque is the same thing as the clutch connector, or I call it clutch plate, clutch connector, whatever you want to call it. And what we need to do is get our 2 spring washers because they go on first. Get our washers over here. And then I'm going to tip my engine up like this. Just because I like doing it this way. Actually, yeah, we'll keep it to the side. So, why don't we go ahead and get some more. I am going to Loctite these as well. Alright, this is a different kind of Loctite. I ain't used to that stuff. So, with a spring washer, we got that one. Get some Loctite on this one. This is just the way I do it, guys, and I'm probably doing it to kind of a pain in the butt way, but yeah, this is different stuff. It'll be better once it gets past the once it gets down, once the stick gets down in there. Having trouble articulating, just like always. So we take our 2 spring washers, put our bolts in. Then we take 2 stand washers. Yep. Oh, these are 5. I thought that might be the case, but I didn't know. So then we're just gonna okay, now we'll get the top one started. All right, grab our torque wrench. It's already set on 115 inch-pounds. And we'll torque them down. That was trying to twist. There we go. All right, got that put on. So the next thing is start to put it in the machine. So I'll go ahead and show you guys how much mason string it actually took to do that. So I'd say probably 5-6 feet is what it took. I know yesterday, or the video yesterday or the day before, whatever, when it was, I said 3 feet, but probably about double that. So, so yeah, now we can put our spark plug back in. Now that we got the clutch installed. Set that baby back down, and so there's what you're looking at, and you can definitely tell right now there is a lot of room in there for a bigger clutch. So, and I know Mike said in one of his videos when he was talking about like updates or whatever, he said that there's going to be modifications. Maybe there's going to be a 62 millimeter clutch available for this. So you can definitely tell there's enough room to put it in there. So just wanted to show everybody that. So I'm trying to figure out, yeah, we could go ahead and wire in the kill switch, but if I keep doing that, this video is going to get too stinking long for everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there with the, with the carburetor install, velocity stack, and clutch plate and clutch. And then we'll be back to put the kill switch on. We'll probably do the kill switch when it's actually in the machine, because I gotta have it in a machine. Well, I don't have to. I could put it on out here, but it's just as easy to do it in there. So, yeah. So, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, and you like what you see, you want to learn some more, go ahead and smack that subscribe button. And by the subscribe button, there's a bell notification. Select that. Select all. You get every upload I do. And don't forget, if there's something on your mind, guys, leave a comment in the comments section. We will see you in the next one.